Alright, fire sign, thank you for coming back here to Treehouse Tarot. This is your 3-month outlook. Going to take you to the full moon at the end of March. I'd like to introduce you to my griffin foot that I pulled out of the squid beak in my yard. You can check my Instagram channel at Jen Insight for more information on what I've been doing in between not doing your reads. And I thank you for coming back to the channel. Let's give a 3-month outlook here to my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Please and thank you, please and thank you. This will take you guys from the last full moon that happened a few days before Christmas, and it'll take you to the full moon at the end of March. If you like this read, you want to get one for yourself, you can get one direct, you can get a karma 3-month outlook, you can get one on anybody. It's all $5. You can find that information down below the video and on the Instagram channel at Treehouse Tarot. It's looking real good for you guys here. Looks like on the last full moon you had maybe a very fertile engagement, a very fertile night. It looks like it was all about fertility. It could be a situation where you were with somebody who previously you were friends, or previously they were just an option for you, and suddenly it's a person that you want to make a family with. It could be that you were engaged in shopping around for some kind of item. We'll get more information on it in a moment. We'll also get some animal instinct cards. A lot of people have been dealing with getting in touch with their inner beast, getting in touch with who they would be if they were allowed to be like an apex predator type animal. Let's get some information, please and thank you, for the fire signs last full moon. Please and thank you, please and thank you. Oh yeah, it was a bit of a resurrection for you. Could have been that you felt you were a little stuck. Yeah, it looks like you let some burdens go of maybe feeling like you deserve some bad karma, fire sign, in the romance or family or fertility zone. Maybe you have been probing around old relationships, it looks like here on the last full moon, guys, and what happened was you found out that whatever you were worried about is long gone now. It could be that you felt mentally resurrected, mentally free, because the trouble is behind you now, as far as some kind of bad karma or feeling like you deserved or earned some kind of bad fortune. It could be that you spun it back and tried to engage with someone like an old flame, and that didn't really work out for you too well. But it could be that because you felt freed up mentally from the past, that you're feeling real sexy and like you want to get out there and have a good time. Okay. Let's get some transient energies here. Because coming up here, guys, on the new moon coming up, beginning part of January, you've got the Queen of Cups card here. In this deck, though, I'll tell you, sometimes that can mean vanity. It's where you may have like a sweet feminine energy around you on the new moon coming up, guys. It's a very nurturing energy. It might lend itself to sexual activity. However, you're not going to be able to have it both ways with that person. Yeah, the transitional energies here in the next 2 weeks is you seem to be focused, fire signs, on the 4 walls that surround you, on your investments. And really, you're in a situation here where there's no kind of arguing, there's no kind of comparisons, there's no kind of fighting. In the past, maybe, fire sign, you were in a relationship where it was going to be constant arguing, and this is the opposite of that. But this is often a solo energy, and indeed it looks like what you're doing here until the new moon, fire sign, is finding yourself and just following your own guiding light. And that's going to kind of elevate you above any kind of fray, any kind of bad energy going on the ground level. Now again, you have this this beautiful nurturing feminine energy, but a lot of times she's going to be kind of pre-programmed to just resonate like a TV character for you, or like a professional character for you, fire sign. If this is your energy, this is almost where like you're talking to somebody, especially if you're a female fire sign. It's like you're talking to somebody and you're not really interested, but the point of you going was to have fun and be nice and be cordial, and so you're going to keep that smile on your face, but you're not going to be like listening to what they're saying or feeling what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? It's not a genuine energy. A lot of times this might just be like a service-natured person, but this is on your new moon coming up, fire sign. Let me get the transitional energies coming to your full moon after that. Oh, again, Queen of Cups on top of Queen of Cups. It could be that you're just with a sweet daughter energy or a sweet girlfriend energy. It could be that someone's going through, yeah, someone might be going through the end of a long, happy relationship where they feel left out of something. Second part of January, they feel like they're left out of the sanctuary that they've known. Maybe someone feels abandoned, a fire sign. Maybe someone feels like they've stayed out of some kind of happy harmony, and now they want to make a leap of faith. This could be your energy, because there's some kind of double nurturing that's necessary here, fire sign. This is going to be like pouring water on an underground fire that has also started to burn the surface. It could just be that you need some TLC second half of January. But it's going to be a situation where someone is done now. Someone is done now with like a long-term love affair. A long-term love affair is wrapped up now, and now someone is left out. And that person needs to make a leap of faith, to trust in God, to trust in Source, to provide for them. It looks like on your full moon at the end of January, fire sign, you're going to have a situation here where some kind of argument, some kind of discussion or competition or some kind of comparison is going to happen under the full moon in January, fire sign. And it's going to be illuminating to you that there has been some kind of revengeful, powerful feminine character in the background that has been causing this. This can often be like a person's subliminal programs of like, someone's going to be an evil stepmother, or someone's going to be an evil mother-in-law, or the boss's wife is having a bad day, so we all have to suffer. But it's totally illuminated to you, fire sign, under the full moon in January. But this energy can be unsettling. I want to get some more information on that, because that energy can be unsettling, especially if you're solo right now. And what happens by the second part of January is that you get some nurturing good friends or some nurturing therapy or something. But what happens then by the full moon, when everyone's emotions are getting stirred up, is that now you're illuminated to the revengeful aspect. And what happened, yeah, someone here is heartbroken under the full moon in January, fire sign. They're heartbroken, but they're also now in love. It's like they walked away from a relationship and they walked right into something they can put they can put their heart into. This could be you. If you just left a relationship, fire sign, you could be walking right into your next love investment. And it is handed to you right by God. It's like when you have danced the matrix into handing you exactly what you want. The issue is that you're going to have to dissolve some kind of divorce, or some kind of situation where maybe you had planned on getting divorced, now that's not going to happen, or someone else had been divorced, now they're getting married again real quick. That could be what's happening here under the full moon at the end of January for you, fire sign. If you have just ended a relationship, you could find out that your ex is all of a sudden getting married. And so they're not going to be out. They're not going to be out in the street. Maybe that's your ex making a leap of faith there. Okay, because somebody here has wrapped it up, and now they're going to wrap it up emotionally on a good note in January. They're going to wrap it up on a good note. They're going to TLC this heartbreak, okay? Let it be you, fire sign, because what happens then on the full moon in January is it seems like revenge, but what it is that there's competition now for an ex. Somebody who has already like been okay with a divorce or been okay with a breakup. Their gap plan, right? Like their bridge plan, they don't need one because they already have, like, God gives them something that they can walk right into. And it could be that you don't hear about this directly with this card. This is normally where you hear about it second or third hand, and you got to kind of wait a little while and let the pieces fall into place for you to figure it out. But that looks like what's happening on the full moon. But the good news with fire signs is normally you guys are pretty competitive. And once you see somebody else get their cup of love, what happens for you guys on the new moon in February is you get your cup of love. You get your hit from the matrix. Now here's your shit that you can walk towards now. Let's find out what happens in between the full moon at the end of January and the new moon in February. Oh, you get some kind of conquest, fire sign. Well, you end up having a good time with somebody that makes you feel good. You might get a work conquest. Yeah, you might get some kind of boost with these two cards. You or somebody around you is shining like a star, is getting real famous, or is elevating their personal image, is elevating their public image.